good evening everyone. We are the group 7 and ang topic nga gi-assign namo is all about the Anthropological Entrepreneurship theory. So here are the members of the group 7. Waluhan Ronaldin D, Canilio Renalyn Grace S, Nebria Nico G, yours truly Ramirez Reme A, and Requinto Charlene H. Let's proceed. So here let's have first a brief discussion of what is the anthropology. So anthropology is the study of humans, past and present. So this means study siya sa tibuok pagkatao sa usa ka tawo, gikan sa past up until present. So it is all about on how people evolve over time and how they interact with the environment or in the society, and how culture shape their behavior. So that has to do with the life's stages of development. So gikan sa pagka-baby pa nato, then childhood stage, then teenager, then adulthood, and then maabot sa old age. So nga no, daghan kaayog factors, daghan kaayog mga rason kung nganong ingani ta karon, nganong ingana ta karon, ug nganong ingani ta sa una, nganong ingana ta sa una. It's because daghan kayog factors sa pagkabata, lahi sa pagka-teenager nato, lahi sa pagka-tiguang na nato. Ingana, maybe it's because of the sociological factors, cultural factors, ingana, biological factors. So, for example, sa pagkabata nato, ingana, kanang ang mindset sa usa ka bata kay ingana lingaw-lingaw man sa kanang iyang mind gid ba kanang hunahuna riya pero milingaw ingana. So makakita tag usa ka bata nga kanang kuan kay ni siya, jolly kay ni siya, ngano kaning jolly kay ni siya ingana. So daghan kay factors. It's because of sociological factors, sa friends ba niya, their kanang relation sa usa ka bata sa ubang mga bata pod ngana. So kung makakita pod tag usa ka bata nga hilumon, it's because ang factor it's because kanang wala ba siya maanad o kanang na-expose niya iyang kaugalingon sa crowd na mga ubang tao ngana. So mo na mawaw siya ngana, and then maabot sa teenager nga stage. So ara maabot nga daghang mga life lessons ngana, or ang uban sad kanang dili pa kayo serious. So nasa na siya factor sad. It's because of peers. Then maabot na sa adulthood, the old age, dira daghan kay realizations ngana kung ngani serious na kay ni siya pagkatao. It's because nasa na factors pod. May ngana ra. So here, let's proceed. Anthropology is a holistic approach. So nganong holistic man? It's because holistic. So for example, naatay makita nga usa ka babae nga very thin. So daot kaayo, dili ta pwede makaingon nga lo daota ninyo oy kanang gamay ra jud guro ni siya kanon ngana. So dili ta pwede makaingon ana, dili ta maka-make og judgments diretso. So ato sa tan-awon ang factors, ang rason kung nganong ingana niyang physical appearance. So imo bang kuan iyang emotional matters niya, biological, social, mental ingana. Mao na yung mga factors nga pwede makaapekto kung nganong ingana ang iyang lawas. So dili ta maka-make og judgments diretso. So this has to do kanang have some research observations ingana. So looks at the biological, cultural, and social aspects of humanity. So mo tong gingon ganina, anthropology. So daghan kayo siya factors, dili lang kay siya makakuan nga usa ka rason ingana mo na dayon na. So anthropology is also an interdisciplinary field. So when we say an interdisciplinary field, usa siya ka field nga nag-need pod og any other fields para ma-solve na siya. So for example, kani anthropology kanang study man siya sa humans past and present. So in order to solve that, mag-need siya og study pod sa uban nga field, just like sociology, psychology, nga na. So kana nga mga fields kay nag-study man pod na siya sa human beings. So nga na mo nang unique ang anthropology. It's because kanang mura siya broad kaayo ba, dili siya same sa kanang uban nga fields, kay kanang naaray siya gifokusan nga kuan, just like sa sociology focus sa social yan na. So that's it. And the successive phases of growth in life, just like ang giingon ganina, na mo na sukad pagkabata until childhood age, teenager, adulthood, and then old age. So kana nga stages daghan kay tag factors kung nganong ingana ta pagkabata, nganong ingana na, nganong ingani ta karon, nganin antuhon pod kung nganong maun sa natap. So anthropologists seek to understand how humans have evolved over time, how they interact with their environment, and how culture shapes their behavior. So mao ni ang job sa usa ka anthropologist, kanang mag-need in order to kanang ma-solve ang iyang gistudyhan, pag-study sa usa ka tawo or a group of people, need siya og observations, needs siya research. Dili ra ka siya bitsong kuan mag-base iyang pagtan-aw. Nga na makakita siya usa ka tawo, dili siya makamake og judgments bitso. So need siya study, need siya research and observation.
So I am Ronelyn Waluhan, and next will be the entrepreneurship. So what is entrepreneurship? So it is the process of creating and running a business, typically with the goal of making a profit. So proseso di ay ni siya to start a business or to start an enterprise, and by operating it, it will create a new product or a unique product. So if you want to have a business in your place or in your area, it takes a lot of time and effort, because first, you have to observe and survey first kung unsa man gani ang mapatok dihang dapita. And also, it's risky because not all business kay mo succeed siya. So there are times nga ma-fail, but still go on gihapon, no, kay na may solusyon if ma-fail man gani ang usa ka business. So next is entrepreneur. So what is entrepreneur? A person who organizes and operates a business. So mo na nino kita usa sa mga mupadagan sa business. So they are responsible for coming up with new ideas, developing products or services, finding investors, managing finances, and overseeing day-to-day operations. So, as an entrepreneur, we are responsible, no, for coming up with new ideas, like magka-level up baron ang ato ang product, and mo na siya magka-level up, develop our product, and then finding investors. So it is also important, no, nga mangita pud ta og mga mopalit sa atong product, for example sa gawas baron, kay para mapadali ang paghurot sa ato ang product. And also it is our responsible to manage the finances and overseeing day-to-day operations. So we have to operate also, no, or to observe sa kana nga product. For example, if you have company, so we are the one to observe for that.
So, good day everyone. My name is Nico Chitibria, and I'm going to report about anthropological entrepreneurship. So, the concept of anthropological entrepreneurship is the combination of the study of anthropology and the principles of entrepreneurship. It is based on the idea that entrepreneurs can use anthropological methods to gain insights into target markets and develop innovative products and services that meets their customers' needs. So, basically, ang mga entrepreneurs kuno kanigamit sila anthropology, which is the study of the origin, development, customs and beliefs of the community in order for them to create an innovative products and develop a services nga makamit sa needs sa kanang community. So basically ang buhaton ni mga entrepreneurs is they're going to study the culture of the people in that specific community. So that's what anthropological entrepreneurship is all about. And it also states that for some or someone, which refers to entrepreneurs, in order for them to be successful, they have to initiate a venture that social and cultural context should be examined or considered. So before they're going to create or make a product, they should consider the social and cultural context of that specific community. Okay, if magdito-dito ka create of products or services without studying the people around that community, there is a lot and a big and a possibility that your business will collapse. For example, you are going to make a business about, let's say, bakery, which serves a special class foods such as those cupcakes that cost around $100 or 100 pesos, and then ang kanang business kay imo nagitungod sa may bukid, tas ang mga karang tao dito kay mga minimum wager lang, tas mga sweldo kay igo lang kanang pangkaya. So of course ang imong business kay mo collapse good. So that's why this also it is very important na you need to study the people around you, their from their social and culture context in order for you to meet and create a successful and innovative products nga makapalit yun ang mga tao in that community. And next reporter, please.
Good evening, everyone. I am Renalyn Grace Canilio, and in continuation of the report, let's talk about what does a corporate anthropologist do. Well, an organization might employ an anthropologist for a number of purposes, such as understanding marketing and consumer behavior. Say, for instance, that you're new to business and have a concept of what you want to do, but you're unsure of how to take the company to a higher level. Perhaps you haven't figured out how to reach out to your target market or define your customer base. You can achieve these aims with the aid of corporate anthropologists. So we have here, as you can see on the screen first, observe your company's environment, including employees and customers. So to put it simply, corporate anthropology studies human culture and behavior using systematic methods, right? So for example, a corporate anthropologist is doing an in-depth observation surrounding a school, and by that, the corporate anthropologist systematically observed how people live and work in groups to identify the values, beliefs, and behaviors that are given meaning. Next is determine how the business's various elements work together. So while observing, you just don't stop there. You have to put together and get your business ideas on paper effectively. Therefore, you should create a business plan. And to create an effective business plan, you also should, let's go to number 3, talk to employees and customers to understand their perspectives. So anthropologists also engage in informal conversation or formal interviews, doing surveys or questionnaires, sound recordings, as well as conduct historical or archival research in the correspondence public records or reports, depending on the research area. Next is pay attention to how your business appears from the outside and see what it's like to work there. So this means that a corporate anthropologists have to work in the field to gain a clever perspective, to understand and connect with customers, team cultures, and various departments. Then next is use participant observation to gather valuable data. So probably the most challenging of qualitative data collection methods, yet still helps us to see and understand what people are doing, which we can compare to what people are saying. It helps us to see if people are doing something different from what they do. Like when I was doing marketing for Julie's Bake Shop, sa una, we tallied the number of people passing by the street whole day, then another data the next day. So that is to make sure if that location is suited nga matukuran o branch para sa Julie's Bake Shop. And lastly, determine what the organization must do to create optimal employee and customer relationships. So This also helps businesses reflect on themselves in ways that are unexpected and provoke fresh consideration of what's going on. For instance, you're a businessman or a woman of a certain company and you want to establish better relationship with customers. So you have to find ways to reward your most loyal customers to show them that they are top of mind. You might offer them special deals, discounts, or early access to new items like makabantay man siguro mo no, every Christmas or New Year kay um, if suki ka na nga tindahan and suki sad kanila so tagaan jud kanila og gift like free sabon baron if mopalit ka or kalendaryo or mga foods. So I hope na-gets na ninyo. That's all for my part and hoping you understand and learned something. So the next reporter will be Miss Riquinto.
A wonderful morning, everyone. So, before I start, let me introduce myself first. I am Charlene Riquinto, and I will be the one to continue the discussion with the topic of anthropology entrepreneurship. So, my group mates discussed a while ago about anthropology and also entrepreneurship and what is the relation between of the two. So, now I will be the one to continue. But before that, I want to discuss first how anthropology is important in business. So, anthropology is important in business. It is because it's primarily when a company has a desire to understand a wide range of potential consumers with their ultimate purpose and also finding the most effective way to appeal them or maybe to sell them, whether it is goods or any kind of services. So, and also, they were aims to gain in a deep understanding of how consumers think and act. But before they implement that business in that specific area, so they will conduct a study first of how those people think and act. So in that way, for them to know what product is applicable or suitable for those people in that specific area. So let's move on to the main characteristic of anthropology in business. So the first is focus on people and their group. So the origin of the word anthropology is apparently and straightforward human study, so and also knowledge. So that is in the very essence of everything we do, which lies a tireless search to better understand people, um, their behaviors, so their emotions, their thoughts, and the ways of communicating the objects they surround with, and how they use them. So, unlike other approaches such as psychology, anthropology, it understands people's as social subjects. So, its process will always take into a account their groups and also a cultural context. So, same we did anthropology in business that they study first they how people thought, then what are the emotions or what are their ways of communicating. So the next one is the practical and strategic approach. So in business anthropology is an eminently practical discipline that seeks to solve organizations' problems and challenges through the generation of a strategic insights. So it may solve any kind of problems first, them to conduct the study or to implement that product on that area. The next one is a big data. So, unlike a big data, it may approach as a specialized in solving questions of the type a what and how, where, and also when. So, in business anthropology, it delves into human complexity and seek to understand the questions why. So, this qualitative data type are known as a tick data. So, a term coined by the anthropologist Tricia Wang, and also it be inspired by the concept of a thick description of the anthropology skirts. So in that way, that a qualitative data, it may approaches on that study to finding a the better solutions for conducting on that study on the area that applicable for their business. The next one is the ethnographic research. So one of the main characteristics of the business anthropology is the intensive use of ethnographic techniques. So that is people study through participations and also observations. Just like what I've said a while ago, that you need to first observe that people those area before you implement that business on that place. So anthropologists know that to understand a phenomenon fully, it is necessary to feel it and breathe it in a specific context in which it occurs. So only in this way can they profound differences between what people say and what people they do. The last one is the social anthropological analysis. So it is important to understand the both anthropology and its cousin sociology. It have been a long history as a discipline, numerous theories that have been generated and throughout time, and it allow us to evaluate, test, and interpret a social and a cultural phenomena. So from the anthropology of a business, it emerging a trends in a society and the creation of patterns of behavior and also a many more. So there are the two ay cousin ni sila. There are two connection ni siya sa sociology and also the anthropology. So first you have to find what is the emerged trends on that society. So unsay mga trending para applicable or suitable nga business nga imuhang pagahimuon. So that's it for our discussion for today. So I hope you understand. And if you have any questions or clarifications, don't hesitate to ask my group. And that's all. And thank you for listening.